What do you think? I think Jessica's pulled out all the stops.
But so far, it's nothing that we can't deal with.
So far.
Look how many there are. I mean, there's so many friends supporting you. Do you think it looks bad that I'm all alone?
No, I think it works in your favor. You look like a vulnerable woman all alone in the world. Just do me a favor. When I nail a witness, don't smile.
Why would I do that?
You do, Nikki, okay? So just stop it.
All right, counsel. Please continue.
Thank you, Your Honor. I would like to call Michael Baranski to the stand.
Why Baranski? He was consultant on the case, so makes sense.
Please be seated.
It also worries me.
Dr. Baranski, you had some contact with David Langton,
I have.
so you're familiar with the case.
Yes, I am.
Doctor, if you performed the original heart surgery, would you have called in a consultant right away?
Not necessarily.
So in your opinion, Dr. Quartermain acted according to procedure?
Yes, she did. According to surgery notes, Dr. Quartermain opened up Mr. Langton's chest in order to perform a coronary bypass to still the heart. Once it was stopped, she made an incision in the aorta to insert the cannula. The surgery was successful, and the new coronary patch was stitched into place. A defibrillator was used to start the heart circulating again.
So at that point, David Langton was out of danger?
Normally, at that point, you're out of the woods.
Normally?
Yes, usually you remove the cannula and stitch him up.
Is that what Dr. Quartermain did?
I wasn't there. Obviously, something was wrong because the aorta shredded.
And why do you think that occurred?
It's hard to say. There are a number of reasons why it could have happened.
It's almost completely blocked. Can you see it?
Yep. No more French fries for this guy.
Okay, clamp.
But I wasn't there, so I can't pinpoint the actual cause.
But if her hand slipped as she was removing the cannula, could that have caused the aorta to shred?
It could have.
And by then, Dr. Quartermain had taken David Langton off the heart-lung machine.
I believe so.
Okay, so because of her mistake,
Objection. That is conjecture. Sustained.
Let me rephrase that. Was David Langton's time off from the heart-lung machine sufficient enough to cause him brain damage?
Once the aorta shredded, yes, it was.
And because of the brain damage, it confined him to a hospital bed for a long period of time.
I believe so.
Could that have resulted in a blood clot?
It could have.
So the possible accident and the actual surgery may have resulted in a blood clot that may have led to a pulmonary embolism that killed David Langton?
Yes.
No further questions, Your Honor.
That was an interesting scenario, Dr. Baranski. Not necessarily true. As you noted, you were not in attendance.
Correct.
Dr. Quartermain did, in fact, bring in a consultant, did she not?
Yes.
One of the finest cardiologists in the city.
I suppose so.
And who was that consultant?
It was me.
So at that point, you could have called in consultants had you felt the need.
Yes, I could have.
But you didn't feel the need, did you, Doctor?
No, I did not.
Thank you, Dr. Baranski.
You may step down.
That should feel incredibly good, but it hurts.
That's because you're tips.
That's because it's not going very well, is it?
Hey, Stockton just cornered Baranski. I call that progress.
But Baranski isn't on trial. He wasn't the surgeon.
Do you think Baranski's testimony was damaging to Monica?
Well, it shouldn't help any. But he described the aorta as shredding.
What about it?
Monica, I'm so sorry. I had no idea she'd ask me this question.
Why would you be surprised, Michael? You were subpoenaed to be a witness, weren't you?
Yes, but it was my intention to back you up all the way. Miss Holmes is very sharp.
Oh, that she is.
Well, you told the truth as you saw it.
Monica.
You did what you had to do, Michael. Thank you.
So, Grandmother, are you ready to go home now?
No, dear. I can't leave Monica. Besides, I want to listen to all the testimony so that I can tell Edward every single word.
Yes, but aren't you getting tired?
No, I'm not. And stop treating me like an old lady who needs a nap. I have enough energy that I could take my hand and punch that Dr. Baranski right in the middle of his smug little face.
I know how you feel, but I don't think that's going to help Monica's case.
So what do you think? We'll have to wait and see. Nikki's attorney is tearing Mom apart. Doesn't it bother you to see what she's doing? Of course it bothers me, but that's not going to change Mom's situation, Jason. This is real life. Buckle up. Look, just give Mom some moral support, okay? Don't tell me what to do.
Well, I think everything looks all right so far. Stockton seems to be handling it pretty well.
I think the worst is yet to come. I wish it was just over with.
Well, it will be soon. And then we may all be out of a job.
Oh.
You can't allow yourself to think that way, Eric. Monica, I want you to know that everybody at the hospital is behind you.
Thank you.
Almost everybody.
I called the office. Good news. Some subpoenaed material just arrived from Washington, D.C.
What's that all about?
Court resumes in 5 minutes.
I'll see you inside.
Well, what's that all about, do you know? Come on out.
Hey, just think, Felicia's going to be home tonight. We'll have her in the brownstone.
Yeah, except unfortunately she probably isn't going to remember anything about anything or the good times we had.
She will, and then it'll be back to the good old times.
Yeah. Except that I might not be a nurse anymore.
Well, I have a really bad feeling about this.
Of course you do. You feel morally responsible. But as your attorney pointed out, that doesn't make you legally responsible.
That's the difference, Alan. In the final analysis, David's death was my fault.
Jason, why don't you come over here and sit with us? Your mother would appreciate it.
I don't even want to be here.
You think any of us want to see this happening?
Look, Dad, I can't pretend that everything is perfectly all right and Mom didn't do anything wrong.
Why don't you let the judge decide that?
Whatever the outcome, she still lied to me.
And I suppose you never made a mistake.
You're going to beat this, Mom. I know you're in it.
Thank you. That really does mean a lot to me. Oh.
So you believe what you just said?
Of course I do. Quartermains never lose.
Or what are you quoting Ned now?
Much as I hate to, yeah.
Well, maybe Mom will win this lawsuit, but does that mean she's innocent?
I just called the daycare center.
How's BJ?
BJ said to tell her mommy that she loves her this much.
Thanks, honey.
All right. Be seated.
Call your next witness, please.
Your Honor, I'd like to call Bobby Jones. And then what happened?
As she was about to remove the cannula, Dr. Quartermain stopped for a moment.
She froze.
Objection.
Describe the moment. 1 second, 3 seconds.
Well, it was more like 10, but that didn't have any effect on the patient. The heart graft was in place, and it was beating normally.
So what'd you do at that point?
I reached over and I touched her hand.
Is it possible that in touching Monica Quartermain's hand, you caused her to shred the aorta?
Objection, Your Honor.
Overruled.
Mrs. Jones, could it be possible you are partly responsible?
No. None of us are responsible for that. I mean, you're talking about a couple of seconds in an operation that went on for a couple of hours. I can't be absolutely certain of what happened.
Did you or did you not feel any culpability in this affair?
We were so intent on trying to save the man's life.
Answer the question, Mrs. Jones. Did you feel any personal guilt towards David Langton's death?
Yes. Yes, I did.
Order.
Is that why you agreed to participate in the cover-up with Dr. Quartermain?
Objection sustained.
But you kept silent.
No, and it didn't happen like that. I swear it didn't.
What are you going to do? Now, obviously, in view of your relationship, you cannot continue to treat him. It would be against professional ethics. Well, it's not that exact. Look, no, I've got Dr. Baranski. He's going to be coming in here.
To the proper authorities.
Sorry, what was the question?
Why did you let your friendship keep you from reporting the relationship between Dr. Quartermain and David Langton to the proper authorities?
Because Dr. Quartermain felt that it was in the best interest of the patient.
What, to lie about the fact they had a child together?
Your Honor.
Child?
Isn't it true that 25 years ago their friendship culminated in the birth of a baby girl?
Yes.
What was the child's name?
Dawn.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Dawn? I can't believe this. Did you know about this?
Of course I did. She told me when David Langton died, but aside from its shock value on this case, it's not going to have any real bearing.
Well, let's just hope the judge agrees.
Monica, I am so sorry. Oh, come on, Bobby. I was stupid to think it wouldn't come out.
Listen, I'm going to go over the new evidence from Washington, D.C. Maybe we can regain a little lost territory. Take heart, Monica. Our turn is coming.
It's not exactly great advice for an ex-cardiologist.
You are not that at all. Now take it easy. Go home, get some rest. I'll call you tonight.
I think he's giving you some good advice.
Why did she have to ask me about Dawn? Why did I have to answer? Because you had to tell the truth, Bobby. That's something you advised me to do from the very beginning, and I don't know why I didn't listen to you.
Monica, you got to stop thinking about the past and just concentrate on the present.
Yeah, and let's hope there's no more surprises in the future.
What do you mean, no more surprises?
Well, how did Jessica Holmes know about Dawn? Did Nikki know?
I have no idea. David didn't even know about his daughter. Do you think she overheard some kind of a conversation when she was staying at your house? I have no idea, Bobby. I am so mad at myself for letting her stay with us.
You got to stop beating yourself up like that. You did what you felt was right.
Yeah, he is right. Come on, we got to go because Felicia's coming home from the hospital today.
Yes, you too. Please leave and give her my best, okay? Okay. Hang in there. Hey, don't worry.
Well, the good news is the worst is over.
We hope.
Look, Steve, with all this information about Dawn, I think my case is pretty much ruined.
I'll have to admit I was very surprised, like everybody else.
I'm so sorry I didn't tell you about this sooner.
So am I. But at least you didn't go to that operating room knowing it was Langton.
Oh, I didn't know. But I wish I had gotten through the whole operation before I saw him.
You go home, get some rest. You're going to need it tomorrow.
Okay, thank you, Steve. We better get Lila.
I guess you didn't know about Monica's daughter either.
Of course not. I didn't even know about the affair.
By the looks on all those faces in there, I would say that nobody knew about Dawn.
Well, who cares? I mean, it doesn't really affect the case unless Monica made a mistake during the operation.
But she didn't, right? I mean, you were there.
There was a hesitation, but there's nothing strange about that. As far as I remember, everything was by the books. But I do want to check the record, just in case.
Why?
I don't know, something Baranski said. It's still bothering me. Come on, let's get out of here.
No idea you'd have to hear about it like this.
Oh, please forgive me. Nonsense, dear. That all happened to you a long, long time ago before you met Alan. God knows he hasn't been perfect either.
I'm sorry I didn't tell you about it sooner.
Oh, I just feel terrible that you kept it all inside yourself like that. I hope you know how much we love you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Charles, I'll go home now.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, how are are you? Are you okay with this?
Mom, your past, it's none of my business. I'm just sorry that it's hurting you like this.
And once again, I really appreciate hearing you say that. Thank you. Oh.
Jason, where did you go? I had to get out of there and get some air.
Listen, I am sorry I didn't tell you guys about this sooner.
Yeah, well, you should be.
Don't you talk to your mother like that.
Yeah, Jason, Dawn wasn't even related to you by blood. She was my half-sister. Look, it's not even about that.
Then what is it about, Jason?
Let's just forget. I don't want to talk about it.
Well, maybe you'd feel better if you did talk about it.
Well, did you feel better not telling us the truth?
Jason,
Look, Mom, you told us never to lie, even about little things, especially to family. And here you are lying about something that's really important to everybody.
Jason.
What the hell am I supposed to think?
Please.
That's enough. You're right, it is enough.
Go see if you can talk to your brother.
I'll try.
I was so wrong. So wrong not to have told them. Letting him down. What if I've really ruined something for him?
What are you saying?
What if he starts distrusting people? What if he starts lying?
Monica, please. He's angry at you. He's not angry at the whole world. He's also overreacting. He'll get over it.
Paige, I don't want to talk to anybody tonight. Thank you.
Quartermain residence.
Yes, is Monica Quartermain there? This is Jeffrey Stockton calling.
I'm sorry, Mr. Stockton, but she isn't in.
Oh, no, Paige. I will talk to you. Thank you. Yes, Jeffrey, you are the one person I will talk to tonight. What is it?
Unfortunately, Monica, I cannot stop Jessica Holmes from using some of Tom Hardy's records against us in court.
Wait a minute, but that's privileged information.
I know, but Jessica managed to get around it. But I do have some good news.
I find that very hard to believe.
No, don't lose hope yet. I just went over the subpoenaed material from Washington, D.C.
And what'd you find?
I came across some pretty interesting information on Nikki